Hey guys, so the Gary O'Neill press conference has just taken place. Just thought I'd give you a quick update on kind of the main points. First of all, on team availability, squad, etc. The big concern, of course, has been Santiago Bueno, who had a niggle, didn't play in the first Uruguay match. Then Wolves asked Uruguay to release him to come back. There was a big worry that he wouldn't be available. Gary's confirmed that he is travelling with the team. He has played on the grass, and that they do hope that he will be available. It was also asked about Andre as well. Obviously, he went away with Brazil, and he hasn't played a lot recently with Wolves. Gary talked about that. Obviously, he's trying to get him up to the pace of the Premier League. It's a lot different to where he was in Brazil when he was playing over in South America. And he kind of lost his place in the half-time in the Man City game. It wasn't suiting him. And then since then, you've obviously had 2 draws and a win. He did go on to say that he's going to be an absolute massive player for us this season, and he will be back involved sooner than later. He was asked about Sam Johnson and Sarr again, and he basically sort of indicated that Sarr's got the jersey and that's it. It was asked about whether he would change for games. He said, like, other positions potentially, but not the keeper. He said, could be argued that Jose is slightly better on crosses and Sam's slightly better playing the ball out the back. So in those sort of situations, they're playing a team that puts a lot of crosses in, or they want to play out from the back. Either one of those, but he doesn't like to chop and change, and he sort of suggested that he's been really, really pleased with Jose Sarr since Sam's come back, and he was dropped for a bit, and he's kind of got the jersey. Was also asked about Wolves and transfers, and I talked about Fulham. He said, like, Wolves are in a phase of stabilising at the moment, whereas Fulham are sort of like pushing on, and sort of referred to the job that Marco Silva's done. He talked about how they've pushed on since they come from the Championship. I did say that Fulham are one of the form teams at the moment. Was asked about Pep Guardiola. He says, obviously, it's great that the best manager in the world potentially is staying in the Premier League, but not so good for all the other managers, perhaps. Was asked if he'd ever had much of a chat with Pep. He said yes. He said he's actually asking for a coffee, but he hasn't had time to go up. At some point when he gets time, he will look at doing that. Talked about Wolves scoring and the clean sheet. And obviously defensively, he said they've got to try and find a balance without losing the attacking threat, and like the way that Kuna gets free and has had some big moments. Talked about earlier in the season with individual errors, trying to make the structure of the team better so that there are less individual errors. And he did say that, so someone asked him, he says, have you had a nice break because he got a good tan? He says he's been working, but he did go somewhere warm to continue to work. He said he likes the football, he doesn't really switch off for it. And he said it was also good that they gave some of the other guys, the other lads, a chance to have a bit of a break and a bit of a refresh. And they hope that freshness will come into play when they take on Fulham. And he did acknowledge that we need to be a lot better out of possession than they have been. And talked about Matheus Cunha, and Cunha's basically asking Gary to be as hard on him as possible. So he is going to be. And he was talking about defensively, the front players have got to help out in that respect, defend from the front, I'm guessing, is that sort of scenario. So obviously it's a big game, isn't it? Wolves have been confirmed that they're going to be playing in the ultraviolet / purple kit. There's some people that won't be happy about that. Of course, the girls, funnily enough, have played in it a few times and have won every single game. Obviously, the third kit didn't go down so well. It's one of them. At the end of the day, if we win it, I wasn't a big fan of the red kit last year, but we won it a few times. So I guess they're going to have to wear it at some point. So it's against Fulham. They got black shorts, I suppose. So that's probably why they've gone with it. And it's the Wolves faithful travelling down. The forecast isn't great. I am, as you can see, back in the UK after a fantastic break over in getting a bit of wind and sun over in Agadir. Flight back was really good. So we had landed, snow on the floor, cold, bit of a shock to the system. Planning on going down to Fulham. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. Look out for the reaction after the game, the match vlog, extra time. We'll be back this weekend. As I say, we're on the road for 35,000. So as I said before, there's around 70% of you that watch these videos that ain't subscribed. You watch a lot, just hit that subscribe button, hit the bell button. It just means that as we go forward, the more subscribers we get, the more that we can do better and better videos for you. So that helps us as well. Also, just a reminder, the FOCO deals in the description below. Lots of Wolves products. You're going to want to buy stuff for Christmas for friends and families, whether they're Wolves or not. Use the discount, always Wolves 15 across the site. Lots of deals to be done in that. Let me know what you think on the main points from the press conference. From myself to all of you, always Wolves.